Andre from Love Crossing Borders. I take that back. Sorry, Beautiful Eyes. But Andre from Love Crossing Borders had Dennis Sperling, Blizzard King, on there. And Dennis Sperling was saying that it's only 6%, less than 6% of YouTube content creators are black men. I want y'all to think about that. So even when we're watching all this content and we see all this stuff and we think that, oh, it's just us acting a fool, bro, there's so much broader stuff out there other than the relationship stuff. I know I talk about it on here, but I'm using that as a catalyst for you to focus on yourself, because a lot of men that do get bogged down in relationships and could have been some of the greatest men to walk the face of the earth, but out of trying to do for some woman, they shot themselves in the foot. So we're not going to do that here. So I just wanted to point that out. Only less than 6% of the content creators on YouTube are black males. We got to get some more stories out there, y'all. Start encouraging your brothers that you know can oratate or speak well, or maybe in a position that they want to speak. Because I noticed, you know, everybody doesn't have a profile pic. They may just have, like, you know, Blood Crow. He has his letter up. It may be somebody else who has some certain type of avatar, but nothing's wrong with that. But for the brothers like myself who can tell a story, why are you not telling the story? Let's see, bro. Just said, wait a minute, I got a new layout. Man, I just went back, added some color in and switched some stuff up, bro. I'm trying to get like you, man. You over there monetized. I know you've been going through it with YouTube and your stuff on the back end, but I'm glad you had that conversation with him today, bro. That really gives us YouTubers hope. That Broken Traditions is an example of what I just got through talking about. Share your stories, bro. Everything don't have to be bad. Everything don't have to be bad. I'm not going to keep on going, though. Let's get into this Denzel video once again, and then I'm going to pivot to the next set of videos and let the ladies talk real quick.
If you don't fail, you're not even trying. I'll say it again. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did.
If you want something that you've never had, you got to do something you never did. For me, this was this talking shit. I've always been a quiet person. I was a quiet little boy, quiet teenager, quiet young adult, never been in any all that shit. I didn't give a fuck about the club and all that rah-rah extra shit, nigga. I still don't. I don't. This is the most I've talked in my adult life. Coming on here with y'all, being consistent, having these dialogues and conversations, not just in my space, but over there on other people's channels as well. Because it's stuff that I sat back and I watched and I noticed. And for years, I thought I was crazy as fuck. I thought something was wrong with me listening to everybody else's narrative. Remember, I kept telling y'all on the last video, a lot of times women talk more and they talk more often. Let me explain what I mean. They're talking more just on a regular day-to-day basis. And when they do talk, they go into details, sometimes in shit they done made up in their head. It's not even necessarily true details, but they'll go down the rabbit hole and talking more often. And that's what I mean when I say they talk more and they talk more often. They keep going and going and going. I think Theo calls it Joker Tango, the just talking. That's it. They just running off at the mouth rambling. And so hearing that, I noticed a lot of other black men started picking up that trait and just get to running off at the mouth. This is why I really don't care about brothers out here hustling and trying to, you know, I'm gonna flip this and flip that. It just becomes talk. What can you execute as a man? That's what I was big on and still am. However, in my older age, I realized we do have to start talking as much, because that's the only way to combat that bullshit over there. I told somebody the other day, your bullshit may sound like poetry to you, but to everybody else, it sounds like exactly what it is, some bullshit. So brothers out there with a legitimate story to tell your story, bro, because you're going to be the villain for somebody else at some other time regardless. So at least get your shit out there. Don't be walking around having everybody assuming that you're just this fucked up ass person. Don't do that. Don't do it to yourself. 2, don't do that to other black men, because somebody else may find themselves in the same similar position as you, and then they got to be on the defense because you didn't set the record straight that X, Y, and Z never occurred. It could be a situation at work. It could be school, within the family. Again, I've said it here. It's people that assume that I'm gay in the black community because I'm short, I'm light-skinned, I'm quiet as fuck, and I'm genuinely a nice guy. In the black community, that's akin to being gay. So when motherfuckers try that, I just thought you was such. First of all, bitch, I'll go ahead and go from 0 to 100. I start out calling you out your motherfucking name because, bitch, you tried me. I sure the fuck do. That's the foundation I found myself having to lay, because guess what? If I was soft-spoken and you know what? Nah, sister, it ain't like that. This and that. Motherfuckers don't respect humble a lot of times. Unfortunately, it's our people.